Oh man.
Oh god, we're keeping that as a blooper, and yeah, we're recording. We're gonna try second time the charm. Um, Yo, what's up, guys? It's Panther here today, and I'm here with my boy, my co-host, my best friend.
Ran the Gothic Churro.
And today we're gonna be talking about the Marvel Variety article. We're also talking about the end of the CW verse and just about what else that has happened in pop culture recently. Yeah, Ren, let's talk about this Marvel Variety article and how the internet won't shut up saying that the MCU is in shambles.
Wow.
First thing, let's just get this out of the way. As of recently, Saturday, November, what was yesterday's day? November 4th. The Variety article got debunked because we found out a lot of things about the person who wrote it. Um,
Ooh.
Turns out she writes hit pieces on Marvel all the time that are false. We also find out that she's actually someone who tends to go after minorities and females herself. Like she goes after them and blames them for whenever a problem happens on Variety.
Wow.
So, like some of the claims she said should be taken with a grain of salt because, and that's my phone going up. No, we're leaving that in there. Okay, we're not re-recording that. But a lot of the claims that she has said have been misproven, and then others have been. You kind of see where she's coming from.
Yeah.
So let's look at this article as if we don't know this information yet. So the first thing I want to say is that I kind of agree that most of the MCU stuff that have come out lately has not been hidden. Do you agree with me on this?
Yes. And I could say it started with Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania.
Go ahead and give your thoughts on that.
Well, I gotta say is that it was sloppy. The CGI was lazy. And the story wasn't that great. And it's weird to have Ant-Man face up a big opponent like that, like
Everyone's
Krang.
been saying that. I fully agree with you guys on that.
Because how's Krang gonna be this big bad for the Avengers and other characters that was to fight in Secret War and Kang Dynasty?
And he's losing the Ant-Man.
Yeah, and they already killed the other variant in Loki.
Supposedly in Loki season 2, which I haven't looked at it, I'm not gonna lie to you. They killed off another variant.
Yeah,
So I'm like, what's the point
so
of
I'm,
having
so I'm
him?
slowly starting to believe, yeah, maybe Doctor Doom might be the big bad next.
It honestly makes more sense to have him as the big bad villain. And
Yeah, because
look,
wasn't he the big bad in Secret Wars, the story?
yep, in both versions, in the 80s version and in the 2015 version. And I'm like, I think they should. And listen, putting Jonathan Majors' problems aside, like let's say none of the other stuff came out, right?
Yeah.
I felt like I always said Kang would be a great villain, but it's like y'all putting him in the worst position of a big bad. Cause Loki, it took the whole Avengers to beat him,
Yep.
but Thanos, it took the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe to beat him. But you got Kang up in here losing the bad guy. I mean, not bad guys. He's losing the Ant-Man. And
Yep.
I was like, that's like if you put Thanos in Spider-Man Homecoming and you let him get beat by Spider-Man in the Thanos copter.
It's like there's no development towards the big bad at all with this new phase.
It feels disjointed.
Yeah.
It feels like they want to set up multiverse stuff and they do, and then they never connect it.
Yeah, like look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It has no connection to what's coming in the future, to be honest.
I feel like that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I feel like, again, Marvel, how they got along that they had standalone movies, and that with the standalone movies, they connected they connected the character through the post-credit scene, so you knew something was coming, but everybody had their own story to develop. Now you're trying to connect everybody's story in, but you're not putting in the effort or work that it's going to take for that.
Because the only thing they did for us was show us the new team and possible future for Guardians.
Then a lot of the artwork in this Variety article, it's kind of messed up. Because again, it's blaming more of the newer characters, which I kind of see. Like, I'll admit, some newer characters you're not gonna get attached to immediately. Because looking at and here I will show you the art. Looking at the artwork here, no, yeah. Can I just share my screen?
Yeah.
I can. Thank you. Where's the Discord icon? It disappeared. Damn it. Listen, it's been a while. We haven't recorded in a long time.
Yeah.
There it is. Alright. You can see it, right?
It's loading right now.
It's up.
Nope. It's loading. Okay, now I see it.
Alright. So, let's look at the character they chose to display. And I'll probably show it on a YouTube video. If you are just listening to it, then don't worry about it. We'll say their names. So, we'll start with Captain Marvel, because she's recently having a movie. Her and Kamala Khan. Yeah, their movie didn't do so well in the TV show. But you can't solely blame it on Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel still made money.
Plus, everybody liked her in Endgame.
Yeah, unless, you were sexist, but...
Yeah.
Sam Wilson. He kind of developed... He's one of the more developed of the newcomers.
Yeah.
Because he's been there since Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And people loved him in Winter Soldier. They loved him as Falcon, and now that he's Captain America, I don't think Variety didn't know what they were writing when it came to this, because some of these characters don't deserve what they got.
Yeah.
Again, Bucky, been there since Winter Soldier. People have fanboyed over him for a while.
Yep.
Shit, She-Hulk, I kind of understand where they're coming from. Because I always say She-Hulk was not a bad show, but it wasn't the best.
It didn't give us, like, her towards becoming a legacy character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even the finale wasn't that great.
No.
Here's the thing, I liked the finale, but I was like, this is kind of garbage. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know what they wanted to do toward the end.
No.
They said, fuck it, we're just gonna throw everything at the wall. And of course, the big bad came, and I give it 3 reasons, and I'm gonna tell you why. The actor, being Jonathan Major, has so much shit going on to where it's like you hear one rumor and then you hear another rumor. Because I hear a lot of people always saying, oh, well, they're gonna drop Jonathan Majors. Marvel has not said that at all.
No, they haven't said anything. They're just keeping it hush-hush right now until his next trial.
Yep, they're like, we don't know what's gonna happen and why fire a good actor when we have it.
Yeah.
Then the next thing you'll hear, like, he has 4 court cases.
Yep.
The second thing is that the position they're putting the character in. Listen, we already talked about how the big bad, like, you had him going up against Ant-Man of all people. But I felt like if we're gonna have him be a multiversal threat, y'all should have just let him stay with Loki and made Quantumania about MODOK.
Yeah, that would have been much more better, to be honest, because it fits the Ant-Man mythology.
Yeah, and I know MODOK didn't look the best, but I hate to be that guy. What were you expecting? He's MODOK.
Yeah, MODOK's not that good looking. He's an ugly character.
He's Humpty Dumpty in a chair. Let's say, what else do you want from him? He looked like the egg guy from Shrek. That's what you wanted. That's the closest thing we were gonna get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel like a lot of these characters deserve it. Groot really doesn't deserve it. Without him, Guardians of the Galaxy would not be as popular as it is.
Yep, more merchandise would be up in money because everybody likes Groot.
Yep, Groot is Marvel's freaking Baby Yoda.
Yep.
But it's like, I'm just wondering, like, I get it. because this phase has been disjointed. This has been my least favorite phase from Marvel, and it's probably because I haven't been excited for any of the movies that have come out.
Yeah, it's like what I said before all the time with people. I say they can't outdo Endgame. They can't outdo No Way Home. They can't outdo Multiverse of Madness.
It's like they've set their bar too high.
Yeah.
They can't keep going up.
And they're trying to repeat the formula without realizing, oh no, people already seen this happen before. It's too cliche. How are we going to up our game? Okay, let's bring in Kang, the multiverse threat. Yeah, but he's not that much of a threat. Like you said.
To be fair, nah, he kind of gets bodied by a lot of people. Because even though he has conquered timelines, you have to remember he has been bodied tremendously by Doctor Doom in the comics. And that's what everybody wanted. Everyone wanted Secret Wars to revolve around Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because Doctor Doom has been the main villain for both Secret Wars in the 1980s. I think it was the 1980s or 1970s when Secret Wars.
It was 80s.
80s, okay. And then in 2015 when they did Secret Wars again, he was the big bad villain. Like he took down the Beyonder. And it was him, like, it wasn't Kang, it wasn't any of that. It was like, Kang is an interesting villain, yeah, but how you guys are handling him, no. Like, he had to have build-up. And he was a Fantastic Four villain, so you know that most people are going to associate him with the Fantastic Four. And y'all haven't brought them in yet.
I think they're trying so hard to be different than the comics.
And it's not helping them one bit.
Nah.
It's like what, someone brought up a good point. The guy who played Chidi in The Good Place, when they put him in Ant-Man, they wasted the casting because that could have been your different Reed Richards. Because again, he's black, but at the end of the day, Reed Richards' nationality was never correlated to him as a character. And we've had two white Reed Richards, and y'all treat those movies like they're the bane of the earth.
Yep.
Vanport did kind of deserve the hate, but the original one doesn't. I say the original movies do not deserve that hate. Don't you dare put them in that category. But no, Reed Richards, wait the casting. Marvel has a lot of things wrong with it right now, and I gotta say, wait the casting.
Yeah.
And it's like, even reading this article, it doesn't sound, now that we know the information about the person, I'm gonna read this line to you, and I want to ask you, does this sound professional? As you've been writing and stuff, and me, I took journalism classes, so I kind of get it, but I want to hear your thoughts on it.
All right.
So she basically said, Marvel is truly fucked with the whole Kang angle. Does that sound professional?
No, it doesn't. And I don't remember any journalists online use curse words in their articles.
Now she is quoting someone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's not really what you should be saying as an art. Like, that should not be your big draw point. And yeah, we curse over here, but we're not professionals.
Yeah.
What to say? And it's like, again, knowing what we know about the person who is Tatiana Seagal. First of all, don't send hate to this lady. But again, we know that she's wrote hit pieces on Marvel people, and she's mainly gone after people that are of color or anything else. And I think it was someone called a debunker on Twitter who found out all of this stuff about her.
Oh wow.
She's basically found out all of the horrible things she talks about and said about people. So I'm about to pull that up real quick. Because I get it. Marvel hasn't been the best. Hold up. Let me just, because a lot of the article has been debunked, and it's crazy how fast it happened. Damn, I can't find the guy. But nah, it's kind of crazy how all that stuff got debunked in less than a couple of days.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about though is that a lot of people, after seeing the Echo trailer, and yeah, we're gonna talk about that. A lot
Yeah.
of people who were the one that were like Marvel's in shambles, I'm seeing or changing their tune when they saw Echo.
I've been seeing them change their tune since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
You know what? I just have to say that Marvel fans are indecisive.
Yep. They don't know what to say. They're just following the trend of hate. And then following the trend of, oh, we should like this too.
No, we're gonna like this thing because it's more violent. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
do you not know how stupid you sound right now? Like, I'm like, you're gonna hate something?
Here's the thing. Here's a story I gotta tell. A small story.
Go ahead.
A Marvel fan that I encountered. It was back in my days on the social media place called Vampire Freaks. There was this guy that was always posting about Marvel. His love for Marvel. He said that it needs to be rated R, not PG-13. And here's the thing. Rated R does work with superhero genres. Deadpool, Blade prove that wrong. But not every character in the Marvel Universe is rated R.
Exactly. I've said this multiple times every time I hear someone say that. And I'm like, you don't understand what tone is.
Yeah.
Or media literacy. And I've seen like big YouTubers be like, this movie should have been rated R. Like, no, you don't get it. Infinity Game wouldn't work as rated R because first of all, for people who've read it, you'd know that Infinity War was more of a comedy when it first came out.
Yeah.
Second, despite Thanos being as brutal as a character as he is, you only see that in his solo outings when he's fighting like the Eternals or something. They changed him a lot in the movie. Because he was a lot more vicious in the comics.
Well, it's aimed for kids
that's what I'm saying.
That Disney always aimed for when it comes to making their movies.
That's what I've been saying too. Like, at the end of the day, Marvel is a brand for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, us getting rated R content on Disney Plus now, that's great because in Disney Plus you can monitor that stuff.
Yep.
Again, if you let a kid look at Daredevil or whatever, that's on you. You the one that's being a bad parent in on it.
Yeah, you can't blame Marvel for having a violent show.
Exactly. It's like a violent comic book. You can look in there and read it, but at the end of the day, guess what? If you pick up like a Spider-Man comic, you're not gonna see that much violence. You're gonna see some violence, but it's rated teen violence. Even the Thanos comic, you won't see that much violence unless you read like Thanos Wins. But you know what to expect from that because they put an M rating on there. They put a parental advisory on there.
Yep.
I don't know what's up with a lot of people like rated R works. I'm like, it works for the character that is chosen to be rated R. Like Deadpool works as a rated R movie. Wolverine works as a rated R character, but they put him in rated PG-13 situations.
Until Logan came out.
Exactly. So I'm like, no, like big crossover movies don't work as rated R. And I'm saying that because I'm like, there's no reason for them to be.
It's like when Star Wars happened, when Revenge of the Sith came out, it became PG-13 instead of its PG rating because of the violence. And Revenge of the Sith is pretty violent.
Yeah. It's probably second most violent Star Wars media we got besides The Mandalorian and it's kind of weird because this future stuff we got from Star Wars got more violent.
Yeah.
But even so, actually there was talks back in the day before we got Rebel Moon from Zack Snyder that he wanted a rated R Star Wars movie, but they said no when they read the script.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because Zack Snyder kind of got a fixation of making things graphic for no reason.
Yeah.
Because if we had that full rated R Justice League cut, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Someone would be clapping Batman's cheeks.
Oh my lord. They gonna do him like Saucy Santana. They about to be like, as soon as I beat Batman's ass, I'm gonna clap this cheek.
Yep.
That's the type of disturbingness that they were gonna probably have in that movie.
Yep.
But no, Marvel doesn't deserve that. I feel like that Variety article really was like yeah, the nail in the coffin. But then it's like you get it debunked, and now y'all have to worry about who y'all got writing for y'all.
It's like it's like following that one journalist who hates on everything, to be honest, and is always misinformed, Grace Randolph.
It just that's the perfect example. That's essentially who she is. And then it's like you put it in the. Then it's like some of the stuff she was saying, like Blade being in the fourth lead in his movie.
Yeah, it turns out that was wrong.
Yeah.
Because the writer came out and said all the scripts that they read, there was no proof of that.
I'm pretty sure Marvel's made some dumb decisions, but they wouldn't make dumb decisions on that part.
Yeah.
They know how big Blade's fan base is.
Yeah, I get it if they're gonna focus on his daughter, because they tried to do that in the comics and it didn't work out so good.
Wait, they did?
But I think so. I don't remember. I don't remember, to be honest. I haven't touched a Blade comic in years.
I haven't been able to find them, so I can't even ask. It's not that I don't want to read them; it's just hard to find, and I don't want to read them online all the time because I'm like, listen, Marvel Unlimited, you're a great app, but you don't got some stuff on there. Y'all missing straight up comics. I'm like, I'm paying $5 for this, so
But to be honest, though, I wouldn't be mad if they replaced him. If they replaced the actor.
Marshall Ali?
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't been given a chance.
Yeah, true, but the thing is, though, he's been acting too spoiled with this movie.
But you gotta remember, Marshall Ali has won bro is a big name.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, though, if he acts like that, then every other actor's gonna act like that, too. Thinking, oh, I got a lot of say in it and all that. We get that.
You gotta remember,
but there's some people out there that work their asses off.
But like, who else are you gonna get to replace him?
I gotta say is bring back Wesley Snipes. He's still in good shape.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want to come back because you know how that Blade Trinity situation went.
Yeah.
That whole situation is the reason why we have gotten reboot after reboot. And why he wasn't in the Blade show on what was that fucking network again?
It was on Spike TV.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know why I forgot that network's name. Spike TV is the equivalent of what happened when you drink Mountain Dew and a Red Bull at the same time. It's manly, isn't it, Ren? It's the manly network, and Spike TV knows it. But no, like, I understand but no, Marshall Ali, he hasn't been given a chance to actually even act out the role. And I'm sorry, if you read a script and the script is bad and you know it can be better, you gotta kind of complain about certain things because they get on.
Well, they got another writer. I think it was a writer for Logan.
But yeah, I can see him writing a good Blade story. Logan was great.
Yeah.
He's not the only one that done that. Jenna Ortega did that on Wednesday because they kept trying to add in romantic subplots.
Yeah, and Wednesday's not that kind of character.
To be honest, that show should have been more of a horror show, but you gotta remember, their audience is kids.
I mean, I get it. Family Values, the sequel to Addams Family, is the original 90s movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a love interest, but it wasn't like forced or cliche.
Yeah, I actually don't remember that movie. I've seen it, I just don't remember what happens in it. Bro, I'm young. You gotta remember that. I'm young and old at the same time.
Yeah.
But let's move on, Marvel. Yeah, just do better. And Variety need to look at who they're hiring, like their background on them.
Yep.
So I have a little bit more information on the Ultimate Universe, but right now it's only pertaining to Spider-Man at the moment. So we know that he's going to be in his, late adult, so like I say early 30s.
Yeah.
And they said that pretty much it's him getting his powers in his early 30s instead of his teens.
Ooh, that's interesting.
So he's already married. Like, he doesn't have to go through the trials and tribulation of, oh, should I get married? Should I do this? He's already married with kids. And we know that in this Ultimate Universe, Doctor Doom is actually Reed Richards.
Ooh, that's interesting.
We know that so far the only three stories they have up right now is Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, and Ultimate Universe, which is essentially
Huh.
the Avengers. But we
So
see
what they're doing is they're rebooting the Ultimate Universe.
basically yes. We don't know.
Interesting.
What a lot of people are curious is because, and I'm sorry if y'all can hear that, I live in the hood. What we're all wondering is that is there any connection to the older Ultimate Universe? To which my opinion is please don't.
Yeah, just do a fresh start.
Yeah, because the Ultimate Universe got very complicated very fast. Also, we have French hating Captain America in the Ultimate Universe that was kind of racist. Like, y'all know those racist memes of Captain America? Ultimate Captain America was pretty much the embodiment of those memes. The first time he saw Miles, if I remember, he said, "You can't be Spider-Man." I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that's the fan base now. Ooh, especially we gotta talk about the game. I forgot about that. But I'm excited. Will you give this a try, Ren?
Yeah, I'm gonna read Ultimate Spider-Man when it comes out.
I think I'm gonna read the Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Black Panther just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because Black Panther comic books, listen, I love the character, but the comics tend to go off the rails very fast.
Yeah, they're basically a hit or miss.
Yeah, and then it's like
from what I've seen from the fan base on Twitter.
Here's the thing: the last Black Panther run was not good. But you essentially had him exiled from his king. It's like they did a lot, and it was weird. And I was like, how come every Black Panther story either has him exiled from his kingdom or him in a coma? It was bad. Okay, I'll admit that. And it was what made it so bad. Why people didn't like it? It was another black man writing it. I'm like, damn, what's going on here? But moving on. Rain, the CW verse is finally over. You can rejoice.
And I'm a little upset about it because Superman Lois is such a great show. They captured the character more better than Zack Snyder ever did.
Talk your shit, King.
I felt like they really knew how to do Superman. They didn't make him edgy. They made him like, kind of. Well, on the first episode, they showed him with the classic 30s suit, the blue and the small S.
Yeah.
They showed that, and he said, "The kid said, oh, I like your suit, it's so cool." And he goes, "Yeah, thanks, my mom made it." I was like, "That's fucking Clark Kent."
Exactly.
Being Superman.
You wanna know what I feel like ruined Superman?
What?
That stupid Kill Bill quote when he was like, Superman is pretending to be a human. Nah, Clark Kent is pretending to be a fucking pretending to be Superman. He's always been Clark Kent.
Yeah, he was raised that way. He wasn't raised as Kal-El.
That's to say, he was never
raised. That's more like a nickname to him now. If you think about it.
I don't know where people got this assumption that DC was always edgy.
No, they did become edgy until Frank Miller joined.
Yep, then that's when shit got weird.
Yeah, with Batman Year One, that was a good comic, but with Dark Knight Returns, that's when you saw the true edginess, the true let's make Batman dark as hell. I'm like, what the hell is this?
And then it carried over to other characters, and I'm like, how does it carry over to Superman? But know what I always blamed it on? Injustice. I always blamed it on Injustice. Yeah. And I'm like, here's the thing, I was like, people misinterpret that game in the comics. So I'm like, y'all see the actual Superman pop up in the middle to come and save everybody.
Yeah.
Why do y'all always assume that Superman is like the dictator Superman? I'm like, I can tell y'all.
I mean, I get it. They did it once with this, okay, but using the same formula of evil Superman doesn't work. To be honest, it makes it boring. It makes it like, I've seen this before. He's gonna be scary, and he's gonna be taken down by his own self. It's like what they did in John's comic. Someone else took down the Injustice Superman.
And they do this every time. It's not interesting anymore. Even with stuff outside of the DC media, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
The only one I give a lot of credit to is Invincible, and that's because Omni-Man actually developed and understood what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
Like he really, like, you know why he left Earth after he beat Mark, right?
No, I don't remember.
They don't tell you yet, but I'll spoil it. Basically, he left Earth to go off to another planet because he can imagine like how the Saiyans are sent to planet to destroy it.
Yeah.
Basically, they were gonna find out he didn't conquer Earth, and they were gonna go and look for him to kill him.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting to see.
And now we're gonna see later in the series he's gonna have like a whole nother family on a whole nother planet.
Here's what I give credit to Evil Superman is thanks to my adventures with Superman.
Go ahead and say it. Go, keep going.
Clark saw himself, a future self from another dimension being evil. That scared the hell out of him. He's scared that's going to become him, become a conqueror. That's the kind of Superman story I like, when he sees a possible future, like, oh no, what do I have to do to avoid that? That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
But making it where Lois dies by him makes him become evil. He didn't become evil when he lost her at that gas in Kingdom Come.
That's what I always bring up. Like, I'm like, that's the Superman that if he lost everything, wouldn't become a villain, just become a farmer and sad.
Yeah, he just quit because he feels like, oh man, I let down everybody.
That's why I'm like, with the CW verse, I'm like, y'all didn't have to cancel that show.
Well, I think they were aiming it for a while because season 3's numbers weren't that good.
And they said that a bunch of writers were leaving.
Yeah, that, and also they're limiting actors too for it, of their appearances in the show.
Oh yeah, SAG-AFTRA too. The strikes.
Yeah.
I feel like the strikes ruined a lot of it was two big factors that ruined TV and movies for me. Not even for me, but just for like Marvel, DC, and all of it.
Yeah.
It was the pandemic and the strikes. And the strikes were needed, but the pandemic came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like Marvel's plan would have been a lot better, and DC's.
And you know who I blame most?
Who?
Randy Marsh.
God damn it, Randy fucking Marsh. About to say him and that pandemic special.
Yep.
We're terrible human beings at this point. Oh God, thank you guys for staying this long with the fuck. Oh God, we're disjointed. I know, I'll have something written up. I wanted to talk about these subjects. But, yep, I mean, what was your favorite show out of the CW verse?
My favorite show? It was The Flash. But then it got dumb. After season 3.
Them speedster lightsabers.
Then Arrow was also my favorite. But then it got dumb after season 3.
They followed that pattern, which kind of makes me think we dodged a bullet with Superman.
And then Legends of Tomorrow, that was good at the first start. Time travel, fixed stuff. Then it got weird and random and was like trying to be its own. That didn't help. Really Supergirl was good the first 2 seasons, but then after that, it's like, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna take that one to heart. My favorite. Here's the thing. The Flash was my favorite because I was still in high school when that was coming out. Me and the boys would watch it, but as you said, after season 3, it got dumb really fast, and I had to be like, you gotta let things go. And it got to the point.
I didn't like the whole. I gotta be faster. It's like, you're already fast as it is.
Bro,
what do you need to be fast though?
Bro had those Goku moments that I gotta break my limits.
Exactly.
I couldn't do it after like speedster lightsabers and
I died of that.
In multiple versions of himself from the future. Oh, and that one really weird arc where Iris got trapped in a mirror dimension.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, I can't do this no more, man. I never got into Arrow, surprisingly.
I didn't bother to watch the last episode of The Flash. All I did was watch clips.
Yeah, I watched clips too. I just looked up the ending.
Yep.
I couldn't get into Arrow, and I tried multiple times. So
I
that was
mean,
the,
I tried rewatching it, then I noticed this is too much like Batman.
that's what I
They're
was saying.
using
I was like,
they're
look,
using Batman characters. What the hell?
Supergirl. I watched it all the way up to the last season, but I got bored in the last 2 seasons. I was like, I
My
don't know.
least my hardcore least favorite show is Batwoman.
I'm pretty sure everybody said that. I can't.
First season was trash until they brought in a new character. New character made it better.
I tried to look at the first season, and I didn't even get past the first episode.
Dude, I only watched like 3 episodes, and I was like, I'm done.
I was like, I don't get the point of this. And it's not me being, first of all, me and Ren are very progressive with a lot of stuff. We give things a chance. But
Yeah,
that was just awful.
yeah. Ruby Rose could not act,
Not one bit. Like,
and then she was complaining how she was working every day. It's like, what do you expect? To be like the movies where you film 2 days and then come back another week?
and I get the acting is very physical, but I'm sorry, you know what you signed up for.
Yep.
And Jesus Christ, like that, I couldn't get into Batwoman. Didn't want to. Legends of Tomorrow, I gave first 2 seasons were great. Then I couldn't get into it anymore. It got, as you said, it got crazy and random. But also, I couldn't keep up because they kept changing actors for characters, and I was like, I'm done. Like I was like, what? I remember I came out like, what happened to Hawk Girl?
Yeah.
I was like, this ain't it. I'm good. But hey, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the last live action thing that we get that's not connected to the James Gunn universe. Because didn't Titans end a while ago?
Yeah, they ended a couple months ago.
Yeah, Titans ended.
Yeah, that ended. It ended really good. It ended to where there was no cliffhanger. Like there's no chance of it coming back.
I didn't even watch the last season of Titans, so I gotta probably do that. I know Doom Patrol is ending or has ended.
Yeah, it has ended recently.
Damn.
I didn't see the last episode yet.
I have to look at that eventually. Well, the last few episodes. And I just gotta say, James Gunn, give us some quality TV. You already gave us Peacemaker, and that was really good.
Oh yeah.
And I have full faith in him handling that, because there's not a lot
Oh,
of.
they might have had a writer for Batman: Brave and the Bold.
Oh, I forgot. Go ahead and say that.
I forgot his name, but he's known for Skyfall, the James Bond movie.
I haven't seen that, but I hear it's good.
It's good. I mean, this guy could probably do it.
I give him props. Then I hope.
And then working with Andy Musa Lady, I can't even say his freaking last name, but the guy who did the Flash movie and the It movies is directing Batman: Brave and the Bold.
Okay, so we might have a pretty good movie. We might have a pretty solid movie.
And the movie will be focused on Damian Wayne.
I don't think a lot of people are gonna be happy about that because a lot of people want to see Dick Grayson and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the Bat family might appear on there, so let's see how it goes with the casting.
Is this connected to the rest of the universe?
Batman: Brave and the Bold is connected with Superman Legacy.
Okay, so it is connected. That's a good thing because that way you don't have to build up every single character.
Yeah, we don't need another origin movie.
To be honest, a lot of superhero movies have stopped doing those, and I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
Because unless it's a character you've never heard of, I'm sorry, you know the origin. You either know it from an animated.
I mean, who hasn't seen Batman animated series? Who hasn't seen Tim Burton's Batman movies? Who hasn't seen Nolan? You know.
Who hasn't seen Bruce Wayne's parents getting shot at least 15 times?
Yeah. That's like with Spider-Man. People want an origin with Tom Holland. I'm like, you don't need it. We already know the story. We know what it is. Just with the little sparkle of Tony Stark influence on it.
What made me mad with that, there's a cut scene where he does mention Uncle Ben in Homecoming. But they cut it out. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, he had the briefcase and it said Ben Parker on it. And
Oh wow.
then him and Ned are having an argument, and he was like, "I can't tell Aunt May. You know what happened after Ben?" And they cut that out.
Wow,
It's
they
a
should have.
fully acted scene too.
They should have kept that.
And I was like, I'm like, I get it, Uncle Ben, like he's been overused, but that's
He's
the
a major influence.
foundation.
He's a major influence of Peter's journey of Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Not Aunt May. They try to make it where Aunt May's the influence when deep down it's Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben is the influence while Aunt May is the moral compass. That's
Yeah.
what I always say about those two. Because someone brought up a good point. They're like, most of Peter and this is a weird comparison. Peter Parker and Sora have a lot in common when it comes to their friends being their strengths.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Uncle Ben gave him like he told him great power, great responsibility. But Aunt May is the reason why Peter doesn't go around just punching holes through people.
Yeah.
It's like Alfred for Batman. Batman, again, I always bring this up too. Batman would be a darker character without his Robins, and I always say this. Because when Jason Todd died, wasn't bro breaking bones?
Yeah, he was.
He was breaking bones. He was trapping people in places and leaving them there to die. Bruce did not care until Tim came along. And then he was like, all right, I gotta kind of chill this out. Basically, you had Arkham Batman in the normal universe just breaking bones and doing people dirty. But yeah, I hope that one day we do get not even just a not an origin story, but just a reference to Uncle Ben. And with the Bat Family, it's easy to do. A lot of these characters, you've seen their origins. In the Teen Titans cartoon, you saw Dick Grayson's origin.
Yeah.
We saw the circus and we saw his parents falling from the building. We saw him being initiated into Robin. In the cartoon, and most of the fan base have seen the Teen Titans cartoon. The original, not Go. No, Go even did the origin.
Yep.
In a funny way, but they also did it with Jason Todd. That origin has been done to death. His beginning and his death have been done to death. So yeah, that the only one I say needs an origin movie is Tim.
Yeah, they haven't brought him in anything. Not even in the old DCA, the DC Comics animated universe movies.
Nah, he just kind of popped up, and we was just like, okay.
Hopefully, he pops up in the new Crisis on Infinite Earth major movie that's coming out next year.
I know a lot of people were saying that's because the reason he hasn't popped up because they want to introduce Watchmen at some point, but I don't think Alan Moore really wants that.
Nah, he has nothing to do with adaptations of his baby.
Low-key, do you blame him? You saw the movie.
I don't blame him.
We saw the movie and we've seen the TV show. While the TV show was good, it was not Watchmen sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it went off the rails very fast. Alright, we're nearing the end of the podcast, but I have 3 more subjects. One is gaming related and one is animated related. So, Rin, you saw the PS Slim? My problem with it is, how are you gonna make a hardware have to be connected to the internet for the disc?
Also, why do you buy the digital so you can buy the disc drive later? That's stupid. Just buy the disc drive one.
It might be more expensive, but I mean, you spend $70 more dollars.
Yeah.
On the disc drive.
Yep.
And you gotta be online all the time. So I'm like,
that's just dumb.
So I'm like, with the PS5 Slim, I don't see a point of having it.
I don't either.
Unless you really want another PS5.
Then yeah, I'm connecting all the PlayStations, but I'm not gonna go buy another PlayStation 5. The only time I'll do that is if my PlayStation 5 breaks.
Yeah, same.
That's it.
So my system worked just fine. And I don't want to jinx nothing, so I'm not gonna say like it's the perfect thing.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm like, if I buy another system, like in this day and age, I'm buying an Xbox for Starfield.
Like, I'm buying one too.
Yeah, that's my
That's
next
my next one.
console. Because I don't. First of all, I don't subscribe to the console wars.
I
I
don't
think.
either. I'm out of it. I play everything. I play
Yeah.
Nintendo. I play a PC. I play Xbox. I play PlayStation. I play Sega. The Dreamcast.
Yep. Same here. And the thing, know what I always say? You go to your homie's house and he got an Xbox, you playing Xbox. You go to your homie's house and
Yep.
they got a PlayStation, you playing PlayStation. And if you bring your console to their house, you gonna play an exclusive that's only on Xbox. Then you go on and play an exclusive that's only on PlayStation. Because Xbox do got some exclusives. It just, I don't know why the company won't make more exclusives.
Yeah.
I always feel like Microsoft. If you sat there and got another company to make Halo again, we're going to buy it as long as it's good. It can have the weirdest story ever, and we're gonna find a way to make it make sense.
Yeah.
What else? Xbox. What else? What else LP do they got? They got Crackdown. They got Gears of War. Though last Gears wasn't that great, but supposedly they're rebooting the series.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I like Gears, so yeah. But I always say I never subscribe to the console war thing, so I'm like, again, if we do buy another console, I'm getting an Xbox. Or I'm upgrading my PC. That's why I'm like, why? And the main point of me with this, stop charging us for stuff that should be able to work without the internet.
Yep.
I should be able to be like, man,
They're just taking advantage of the cloud streaming they do for the PlayStation Premium.
And that's not even good. We rented that out, and then remember it was glitchy all the time.
Yep.
But to say it was not great. But to say cloud streaming is not a good thing, and I understand where companies are coming from. But even with the Nintendo Switch, the cloud versions of games are not great. Like someone told me that the cloud version of Kingdom Hearts was probably the worst experience with the game because it kept frame rate just kept dropping. So at one point you were just playing Kingdom Hearts, the slideshow. I'm like, damn, I couldn't do it. And I know I'm not a console fanboy, but at the end of the day, I'd rather play it on a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a PC than ever have a cloud version of a game.
Yeah.
But that's actually the only gaming news we have so far. Last piece of news, Ren, what you watched this week?
I've been watching the show called The Irrational.
What's that about?
It's basically about a behavior professor, psychologist professor, who helps solve cases using their knowledge of psychology.
So it's like Mind Hunters?
Something like that.
Is it on Netflix?
But it's on Peacock. But comes on NBC every Tuesday.
I'm going to check that one out. It does sound like
it stars the actor from The Flash, who was the dad of
I know what you're talking about. I saw the trailer when I went to the movies to see Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, it's actually a really good show. It got me hooked. Like every other episode comes out.
I know I looked at a couple of stuff. I looked at Captain Laserhawk finally. I finally finished it.
I gotta check that out. But I was watching Blue Eye Samurai, a little bit of it. It's good.
That came out?
Yeah, that came out. It's good.
I'll definitely check it out. All I gotta
was watching Pluto, that Astro Boy remake.
Oh shit! I've been meaning to watch that. I'll probably get around to it, but I haven't watched it yet. I heard it's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Adi Shankar did his shit with Captain Laserhawk, though. I think me and you both looked at Castlevania when it came out. I don't know how you do it bar for bar, but he did it twice.
Oh yeah.
He was like, it's like when a music artist released 2 good albums. And I'm looking
forward to season 2.
I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to Devil May Cry anime.
Same.
That's how you get me hooked. I know Castlevania comes out on the 17th, so that's Castlevania. Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, that's coming out soon.
Yeah, we got the intro for it. Here's something we both looked at this week: Invincible. How'd you feel about season 2's episode?
Dude, the episode was great. Felt his pain, his wanting to do more to get his mind off of everything. But seeing him like rule Earth on the other dimension, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was scary as hell. Cause Evil Mark is fucked up. Bro did Eve dirty.
Yeah, he practiced paralyzing people.
On protesters and stuff too. Like that was even worse. And then Ankrum Levy, he becomes a pretty fucked up villain later on too. So I kind of can't wait to see that. What else? What else did I look? Oh yeah, Attack on Titan finale. I looked at that last night.
I saw clips of that.
All I have to say is, again, as someone who didn't hate the finale, and I get why people didn't like the finale in the manga, because they wanted to say, well, what's the point of Eren doing all of this if war is just gonna happen again? The main purpose of the story was just to tell you, hey, one person can't stop all conflicts.
Yep.
Even as much as they try. Like, that was the purpose of Attack on Titan. And I was okay with that ending. I was like, what did y'all want from it? When they wanted him to exterminate all of humanity?
I don't know. Manga fans are weird. So are anime fans.
Fans in general and stuff are weird.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Next thing I do want to ask you, how was your Halloween?
It was great. We had a lot of trick-or-treaters this year. More than last year.
I know last year it's because everybody was trying to get back to the groove of things, but no, I know like Hollywood was packed.
Wow.
From what my coworker had told me about, it's like, yeah, it was fucking packed from like Hollywood.
Yeah, like I stopped giving out candy at 8, but my mom took over till like 9:30. That's what it aired because we ran out of candy after that.
See, we only had like 3 trick-or-treaters.
Oh damn.
But it was like at 8 o'clock. And yeah, it was like not the. Here's the thing, my neighborhood isn't like they're cool with decorations, but they don't really let their kids go out, and I don't blame them. But
yeah, because they were doing that scare again with razors and poisoning the candy.
Had that actually happened? Well, I know one time it happened to one kid. I don't know the kid, but I read a story about it. But I'm like, I don't remember anyone poisoning a whole Snickers.
I mean, just check the candy after you get it. You come home. It's as simple as that.
And don't take any open candy.
Yeah.
Anything that looks like it's been tampered with, like, don't let your kids eat it. But our Halloween was alright. Shit. Now we just got Thanksgiving, and hopefully when I'm done with these 8-hour trainings and stuff, hopefully everything goes well and no political arguments.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to get those. It happens every year. Happens with all families, I think. But we have ran out of time. Well, our time, because one of us have some stuff to do and the other one had to finish signing into his stuff for work. So, Ren, I'd like to thank you for coming by. Any closing statement?
Yeah. Stop posting up fake news when it comes to comic movies.
And my piece of news is stop recording yourself crying and then posting it on the internet. It makes you look sad.
Yep.
But I'll see you guys in the next video. We want to thank you guys for checking out the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.